him.
True.
This is Yoshi's Island.
But is it a
Everybody
tropical
knows. I mean, yeah, it kind of is the tropical theme. Won't lie to you on that front. It's definitely a tropical island. You got that. You got that part of the Mario lore, right? At least, or, excuse me, Yoshi lore. It's its own series. Don't be messing that up in my house, Turtle.
I didn't botch it too much then. We're good. We're good.
Nah,
oh,
no
gosh.
worries.
I mean, we already see a lot of damage there coming from Burst with a quick down air to up air, but I mean, this could turn almost instantly. That's just a good opener from Burst.
Oh, for sure. No, Yoshi can eat Bowser alive if he's not careful. Like, literally. But it doesn't, at that point, you know, if he's not careful, Bowser is going to be able to intercept that very much as well, you know? Bowser's a very heavy character. Yoshi has some very stringy combos in this game off of his tilts and a lot of off of his aerials as well. And when you're a big character like Bowser, you are super susceptible to big, meaty combos like that because of the sheer girth and size of your character at that front. But at the same time, on the other end of that spectrum, as that up smash takes the stock, right there, he beats me to it. What does your airspeed matter if you have anti-airs like that?
Yeah, dude, Bowser's anti-airs are nothing to sneeze at. Fully invincible up smash, that gigantic up tilt. I mean, Burst is gonna have to choose his jumps carefully.
Did you see that?
And okay, that was so close to taking
almost that whole stock was forward air.
Jeez, man.
He hit him 4 times with forward air, and then hit him with 1 back air, and he got him to 70. That was amazing. He just kept swinging it over and over and over again, man. That's Bowser for you, man. You know, some people ask the right person, they'll tell you this character's brain dead, but hey, that's neither here nor there for us, all right? But hey, I know Bowser can definitely make a lot of people salty. The question is, will Burst be one of those people? My God.
Yeah, I mean, you can't, again, you can't just be jumping in on Bowser like this. You have to take a more measured neutral. You can't be doing these risky 50-50s that are mostly in Bowser's favor. Like, you're just taking so much damage by drifting in.
That's exactly what I was talking about before with the forward air. 2 forward airs in a row. I'm actually taking some notes from Sansko. It was Burst right there. I couldn't agree with that more. That's exactly what I was saying before, man. What does your airspeed matter if you got anti-airs like Bowser and just big meaty hitboxes like that that's going to break through Yoshi's double jump armor? It's like Bowser, as he air dodges out of the blast zone, I think he might have ate his double jump and just didn't want to try to make it back or something. I don't know. Either way, that's going to be Sansko taking the first game not decisively, went down to last stock, you know, but either way, I feel like Sansko played that matchup very beautifully.
Yeah, that was absolutely perfect. I mean, he took a ton of damage on the first stock and then was like, well, I'm Bowser, dude. You're going to jump in on me and I'm going to up smash you and you're going to die. And he did that twice. Like, Burst needs to know that this is not a matchup that he can do his typical Yoshi shenanigans in. Bowser often mitigates people's approach games because of how good and strong and meaty and ranged his aerials are. The reason you beat Bowser is because you're consistent with your combos and your openings, not because you're holding in on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just feel like Bowser has the privilege of being able to hold in on Yoshi a little bit more than Yoshi has to hold in on him. And, you know, I mean, they're not both dinosaurs, technically, like I got angry at you before for saying. But they both do the same thing. Both these characters love to hold in. They love to hold in, sniff their glue, and, you know, just keep throwing forwarders at you over and over again while sniffing the glue at the same time. Only question is, Bowser now has Tough Guy, and he's also heavier and has better ways to intercept aerial approaches. And so, like I've said, man, doesn't matter how quick your airspeed is, man. When you got a good way to intercept that, Bowser might as well be a traffic cop, and you might as well be a speeder.
Yeah, seriously. Burst is getting hit in the no-fly zone far too much. Sansko at 18%. You gotta play this more patient. Finally, Burst getting that command grab neutral B and a little bit of momentum from that. You just gotta, man, like, wow, he's still alive. Okay, perfect DI, perfect.
Yeah. It's like Yoshi forces, as that down air takes the stock, it's like Bowser forces Yoshi to adapt. There are so many matchups where Yoshi can adapt on the fly, but doesn't necessarily have to. Like, he's got the best airspeed in the game, literally better than Jigglypuff's. And there are so many characters that doesn't really matter against because their anti-airs aren't as strong or they don't really have the range to deal with Yoshi. And if you have to fight him up close, you then have to deal with his frame 3 nair and stuff. it's this matchup, I feel, is just a true test for Yoshi mains at that back air take stock, because now all of a sudden Yoshi has to actually adapt because he can't play that same old solid game plan he's used to of just being able to fly around the stage like a butterfly and sting as hard like a bee, because there's a damn hornet's nest in front of him that's bigger than the bee. You know what I mean?
You can't just keep throwing yourself at the cactus infested with hornets, man.
Exactly.
Like that's not gonna work.
Doesn't matter how hard you hit it, it's still a cactus with hornets in it. Like, you're gonna get stung everywhere.
I can't believe Sansko is not only still alive, but almost on the verge of 3 stocking bursts right now.
One more good hit and he will. Especially if it's a back air, which he's looking for right there. You can talk about trying to drift in his way away. Going for a forward air off the level, knowing there's absolutely no risk since he's up so much in stocks. I would have done the same thing if I was there. I'm not gonna lie. Just mash down B out of the egg right there. I had to make sure the input buffer is down properly enough to make sure that that's the second thing that Bowser does as soon as he gets out of the egg. But he was also up like 3 stocks to 1. I don't think Sansko cared what he was doing right there. He was mashing.
Bowser is one of those characters that once you get the stock lead, you kind of have the luxury of just pushing whatever buttons you want. You know? Oh, you traded? I don't care. Oh, we traded again? I don't care. Oh, look, you're at kill percent. And then you just press another button. Like,
he's like you mentioned over and over, Turtles. It's like we're not seeing the adaptation from Burst that he needs to, and sort of playing a more, not even just like reserved, but what's the word I'm looking for here? Essential neutral, if you would. He's really not respecting Bowser when he has to, at all. And unfortunately, Yoshi is one of those characters who I feel does really need to reset against Bowser. Yeah. There's some characters who can keep him at disadvantage forever, and Yoshi can certainly do that once he's in. Yeah. But you gotta get in first, and clearly the way that you're doing it is not working. The standard Yoshi game plan does not work against Bowser if all he has to do is wait to intercept you with any of his crazy strong hitboxes. And frankly, Burst is not showing us that adaptation quite yet, so Small Battlefield is the pick. I'm anxious to see what he thinks it's going to do for him in this potential final game of Winners Finals.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, Yoshi is afraid of going in Bowser's Castle in Super Mario World for a reason, man. He's got to take it slow. He can't just go charging into a castle. No big deal. He's got to keep it slow.
Yeah, that's true. He's not allowed in. Maybe that's why Yoshi doesn't know how to fight Bowser. Just because Mario never let him in Super Mario World in the castle. It's like, you wait out here.
You wait out here. I'll get all the matchup experience.
I feel this is funny because I think Mario bodies Bowser. Ironically enough. Meanwhile, Yoshi has to play a little bit more reserved, and as a result, I like what I'm seeing from Burst so far. Hanging back for the forward smash that time and not just running in and pressing something. Maybe he heard us, Turtle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm already seeing a lot more patient and measured approaches here from Burst. He's definitely not forcing the issue, which is what we wanted to see. And, man, it's paying off a little bit, but he's still got to secure this stop. Oh, that's so hard, man.
Yeah. That time it was just different. I feel like that was the heat maker in full force right there, just running up with an up tilt, knowing that even at 155, the risk was not so heavy in his favor unless he was able to up smash him or something. But that's not the case. Bowser, of course, my god, Sansko is the definition of no fear. Just jumping in with a neutral layer like that when you're at 164%, you're a madman.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Sansko just like 3-stock his competition, 3-0 his competition. He's going crazy with this Bowser, trying to get some kind of get-up attack jank. Burst still can't take this stock. 197? Oh no, yeah, you can't do that against Bowser. He's trying to do his typical Yoshi things. It's still not working. Oh my gosh.
Not to mention that F tilt, as you can see right there, strong enough to break the double jump armor of Yoshi on the way up. That alone is so horrifying if you're a Yoshi main.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely like to see that that grab for stage positioning. Ooh, getting these nice punishes here.
I commend any Yoshi when they land a grab. Should be stock. Yep.
Yeah.
I commend any Yoshi when they land a grab.
Mm-hmm.
RJ has been talking about how much that grab sucks for years.
Mm-hmm. It is not. It's slow, and it doesn't get much reward. So most of the time, you're just using neutral B instead.
Mm-hmm. much quicker, and he also even gets a lot more off of it in terms of just raw damage and punish. He just has to be careful with like what his opponent decides to buffer out of the egg, because I do believe that still works the same way it did in Smash 4, where it just, you gotta like, if you input up air like 4 times, but you inputted like forward air 5 times beforehand, that will carry over instead, because like it sort of carries over the input that you hit the most. I think there was a technical term for it. I don't remember what it's called, if I'm being honest, but basically if you mash the same option out of the egg over and over, that's what you'll do the second you get out of the egg.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it does work that same way, but Burst was able to kind of find a weakness here in Sansko's pressure. He missed the ledge with that down B, and now suddenly we're last stock, and things could go either way, despite the dominance that Sansko has shown, but landing in again on Bowser, it's not something you can do. That up tilt and up smash are far too powerful.
At the same time, though, what were his other options? It's so hard for Yoshi